they try to put on a brave face a lot of the time. You know, deep down inside, you know, obviously they're pretty nervous and obviously shit themselves.
They're the ones that you get most nervous about. I didn't really know what was going on. I saw a ring, I saw 5 people and arms were waving. When you're bouncing on a sandbank, whether it be 10 metres, 20 metres, 5 metres, it feels like you've just started a 1,500 metre race on a track and it goes forever. It's like slow-mo and you can just see the patients going down in front of you. It's the worst feeling ever.
When Jethro finally reaches the creek, they've moved into deeper water.
All right?
Exhausted from paddling out, Jethro is caught off guard by a rogue wave.
Oh, here we go, watch this.
Jethro's board cleans up most of the swimmers, including the small girl.
Oh no, oh Jethro.
When I popped up, there was only one above water, so they were still underwater and I honestly thought I lost them.
A nearby surfer has snatched the girl up from underwater.
It's always confronting when you rescue young kids. They're so helpless against the ocean. So gnarly. That little girl was so helpless. It was really hectic for a second there. Oh, yeah.
The reason why you got to be 100% fit and healthy down here as a lifeguard is because we're dealing with the ocean and it's always unpredictable.
The latest trainee to learn the ropes at Bondi is 21-year-old Tommy.
Coming into my first season, I was most nervous about those medical incidents that you don't train for, that aren't in the textbook. We had a phone call from the boat ramp and saying the kid slipped over, hit his head, pretty much mashed his head up, and he's had a seizure.
Senior lifeguards are at the change rooms. Tommy is unsure about what to do next.
So I just had to pause and think of how I was going to deliver it on the radio and let the boys know it was serious, but not cause any mass panic or anything.
Bondi Central, 2 lifeguards across the road. We just had a kid take a heavy head knock on Ben Buckler. So if we could get you guys back here, that'd be good, thank you. Yeah, mate, just on our way.
Me and Jake, you go.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
The young man is not epileptic. Seizures caused by head injury require massive force.
Like out near the boat ramp? Yeah. There's sort of mixed things that go through your head, you know, we're sort of going there. I'm just trying to picture how bad his head knock could be for him to have a seizure. Boat ramp?
Yeah, boat ramp.
The boat ramp is situated at North Bondi. Jake and Tommy traverse the rocks. On arrival, they discover 15-year-old Dom severely concussed.
You could just tell in the eyes he was out of it. He had the eyes where he was looking straight through you and you'd say something and he was delayed response.
Can you tell me what day it is, Dom? After him not being able to tell me the day, that sort of escalates it a little bit more. You know, you're looking at, you know, potential brain injuries, you know, could be internal bleeding.
He needed an ambo. He'd had a good head knock.
As an ambulance is called, Lisa, a woman at the scene, reveals what happened.
I looked down and he was fitting, so I just ran down and just lifted his head up and I could see there was like blood everywhere.
Trainee lifeguard Tommy is unsure how to respond.
Being a trainee, it's pretty hard on the boys. You know, they try to put on a brave face a lot of the time. You know, deep down inside, you know, obviously they're pretty nervous and obviously themselves.
Do you feel dizzy or nauseous or anything like that? Are you all right now? Because he'd had such a big hit to his head, he was very out of it. I don't even think he knew that he'd fallen over. So it's hard to get information out of someone like that.
First-year trainee Tommy isn't accustomed to serious first aids.
Some trainees, it's really hard and really difficult to know how they're going to handle the pressure. You know, some guys go quiet. Everyone handles things differently.
Yeah, the public up here have already called an ambo. We've just taken him up the back in the car park on Ben Buckler, and there's significant head cut and he's had a seizure, so we're just going to wait for the ambos up here with him. Just those things that aren't standard and you haven't trained for, they're the ones that you get most nervous about.
Here we go. The professionals
Hang on.
are here, mate.
It's in the business.
What's happened today, mate? Not sure.
Biggest comfort for him probably was this, young lady.
My mum's like a really severe epileptic, so like grew up with people, with her fitting all the time. So kind of, knew what to do.
It's unclear if Lisa knows Dom already.
He seemed pretty content. He's getting a lot of attention from, the Good Samaritan that was helping him the whole time, Lovely young lady sort of bear hugging him and sort of making sure he was okay. And I think that sort of eased it a bit.
Dom is transported to hospital for a brain scan. A few days later, lifeguards receive news that Dom will soon make a recovery from his concussion. And another question is answered: the identity of the mystery woman, Lisa.
So the two girls that were there, apparently, I've just read this in the article there, they were both on Big Brother. I had no idea.
Yeah, it turns out Lisa wasn't Dom's big sister or any of our other guesses, but she was on Big Brother a few years ago. So, yeah, she's a sibling of some sort.
Celebrity sightings are common at Bondi. Mr. Bean, Zac Efron and Paris Hilton, who was accompanied at the time by her as yet unknown assistant, Kim Kardashian. Today, a major international model is coming, and she's ruffling feathers amongst the lifeguards.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking, who is this?
We found out that it was the international supermodel, Carly Kloss.
Today, Vogue magazine have handpicked some off-duty lifeguards for the shoot.
I said all our headshots are up on the Channel 10 site, so they went to that and picked the 4 faces out of the whole group. So I suppose we're the lucky 4 that got picked.
Hoppo, for this one, I think, had to call up the pretty boys.
Well, obviously they left Jess and I out of it.
Making the cut, starstruck trainee Tommy.
She's the nicest celebrity, for her fame and stuff and how beautiful she is. She's really nice.
Not all the lifeguards share the excitement.
They're just extras. They're nothing.
Oh, the guys who don't get picked are probably up there bagging the shit out of us.
They're absolutely nothing. They're just props.
Yeah, we all couldn't work out why Tommy got a start. It's first year as a trainee, and I know it must have been his hairdo.
She did say that she wanted to be next to you because your hair were very similar. Too short.
I was pretty gutted. I went and got a special haircut for the shoot, and I don't think it worked for Vogue.
I have no idea why they chose those guys. Yeah, we're working. Yeah, we're working. Otherwise, they would have used us, wouldn't they, Box?
She liked my hair. She gave me a compliment. That's, got 35 lifeguards that bag out my hair and one supermodel that loves it, so it's worth it.
Seeing young Tommy in his prime, Kerbox conjures up memories of the good old days.
Yeah, Tommy, mate, look, one message for you, mate. Look out, because hang on to that hair, brother, because it don't hang around for too much longer.